There's a unique kind of weight that comes with waking up and realizing you have nowhere to be. No routine, no tasks waiting for you, no purpose pulling you out of bed. Whether we realize it or not, work often defines us in ways we can't fully understand until it's gone. It's not just the paycheck, it's much deeper than that. When someone loses their job or retires, the initial thought is usually about finances, and that's a real concern, but it's only a piece of the puzzle. Losing work means losing structure, means losing a sense of belonging, a sense of identity, and a sense of purpose. That impact touches all aspects of life, social, mental, and financial. Work provides a social framework that many people rely upon. It's easy to underestimate how much of our social life revolves around the workplace. It's not just the formal interactions with colleagues, but the casual banter, the shared frustrations, and the small moments of connection that happen during the day. Over time, these interactions become the foundation of a social network. Without work, that network begins to fray. The routine of seeing people every day is suddenly gone. There are no more daily conversations, no more shared experiences to bond over. And for those whose social lives are deeply tied to their jobs, the absence of those interactions can lead to feelings of isolation. You're not just out of a job, you're out of a social loop. And that can be incredibly lonely. Many people also gain a sense of validation and self-worth through work. Being part of a team, contributing to a larger goal, and having a role to play in society provides a sense of belonging. Without that, it's easy to feel like you no longer have a place in the world. You become invisible. The world continues to spin, people go about their business, and you're left standing still, unsure of how to fit in. We often talk about the mental health impact of working in demolition and construction, but the mental toll of having no work to go to is perhaps even more profound. Work gives us structure, a rhythm to our days. There's a clear division between work time and personal time, and that creates a sense of balance. But when that structure disappears, the days begin to blur. Morning, afternoon, evening, they all start to feel the same. The lack of schedule can lead to a deep sense of aimlessness, even despair. Work provides a sense of accomplishment. There's something satisfying about completing tasks, hitting milestones, and achieving goals. It's a boost to our self-esteem, a reminder that we're capable and productive. Without that, people can start to feel worthless. The feeling of being productive is a crucial part of mental well-being, and when that's taken away, it can lead to anxiety, depression, and a loss of self-confidence. The mind starts to wander into potentially dangerous territory. Questions about self-worth, purpose, and identity arise. Who are you without your work? What do you have to contribute if you're not part of the workforce? These existential questions can be difficult to face, and without the distraction or purpose that work provides, they often become overwhelming. Of course, the financial implications of losing work are significant. For most, work isn't just a passion, it's a necessity. It's a source of income that keeps a roof over your head, food on the table, the bills paid. Losing that source of income means having to take difficult choices. At first, the cuts might be minor. Cancel a subscription here, skip a meal out there. But as time goes on, the cuts become more severe. Savings, if there were any to begin with, start to dwindle. The financial security that work provided is replaced by a constant anxiety about money. Every expense becomes a reminder of the precariousness of your situation. Things you once took for granted, like driving a car, buying new clothes, become luxuries you can no longer afford. Beyond the day-to-day expenses, there's longer-term worry about financial stability. Will you be able to find work again? Will you be able to support your family? The stress of these questions can take a heavy toll, leading to sleepless nights and constant worry. And for those without a safety net, the situation can quickly spiral into a financial crisis. At the heart of all these impacts, social, mental, and financial, is the loss of identity and purpose. For many, work is more than just a job. It's actually who they are. It gives them a sense of direction, a reason to wake up in the morning. Without it, they feel lost. There's a void that can't be easily filled with hobbies or leisure activities because it's not just about staying busy. It's about meaning. The loss of purpose is one of the hardest things to cope with. Humans are wired to seek meaning in their actions, and work often provides that meaning. Whether it's building something, solving problems, or helping others, work gives people a sense of contribution. When that's taken away, it can lead to a deep sense of purposelessness. Days begin to feel empty, and life itself can start to lose its flavour. In today's world where technology and automation are making more jobs obsolete, this is becoming an increasingly common experience. People who've worked for decades find themselves suddenly replaced by machines or algorithms. It's not just about losing a paycheck, it's about being told in a very real way that your skills, your experience, and your contribution are no longer needed. The impact of having no work to go to is far reaching. It affects every aspect of a person's life, socially, mentally, and financially. It's not just about the loss of income, but the loss of purpose, identity, and belonging. It's about feeling disconnected from society, questioning your value, and facing an uncertain future. While work can sometimes feel like a burden when we have it, its absence reveals just how integral it is to our sense of self and our place in the world.